So have you ever considered dyeing your beard? Maybe you've tried it. I've never really considered dyeing mine for a couple of reasons. One, it's a pretty distinctive color here. It's got a little red in it, well, a lot of reddish tints to it, a little light brown, little blonde, big, huge white skunk stripe down the middle, which is actually part of my branding and logo and all of that stuff. So pretty distinctive. So I've never really considered it, but that being said, we're going to be doing a little experimenting around coming up over the next couple of weeks, so you want to stay tuned for that. But in today's video, we're going to be talking about the pros and cons of dyeing your beard. So welcome, guys. My name's Brian. This is my Beards and Banjos YouTube channel, where we try to help you grow your best beard possible. Thank you for joining me. And there's a lot of pros, a lot of cons, and ultimately it comes down to you and your decision on it. But let's talk about some of those pros. First of all, you can cover up those whites and grays and that you might have prematurely, or you may be of a certain age and you got them honestly. Anyway, it can make you look a little younger, make you feel younger, possibly give you more confidence. Maybe you've got a big event coming up. Maybe you're going to see people you haven't seen in a long time, maybe a wedding or a reunion or a big job interview, something like that. And it just kind of gives you your confidence. So whatever gives you your confidence and makes you feel better about yourself, I'm all for that when it comes to your beard. It can also, obviously, it's going to make your hair darker. Most of the time, guys go with a shade darker than what they normally have. But especially me being Caucasian, and I've got some blondish hairs that are almost the same color as my skin tone, if you will. So if I go a little bit darker, that's going to be more prominent. My beard might look a little fuller, might look denser. You're going to start to get that. I've never been able to have a really sharp cheek line just because of my growth. I've got some growth, but it's not, the texture of and the color of the hair just kind of doesn't allow me to have that super sharp cheek line that you see sometimes. So I might be getting that soon. We'll see. Also, you may already be coloring your hair. So if you color your hair, you may want to have everything matching. Or for some guys, their head hair is quite a bit of a different color than your beard hair. As you can tell on mine, my hair, at least the part up here, is kind of a sandy, blondish, a little bit of red in it, but not much. It's mostly kind of a light brown. And you get to the beard and it's pretty red, especially if you get out in the sunlight. You hit the right light on it and it looks pretty red. But anyway, so there's a lot of different pros on there. You just have to decide if that's something you want to try. Now, the cons, we're going to talk about the cons a little bit. The first thing that pops in my mind is you are using chemicals on your beard. All right. So it's pretty interesting. I did a little reading trying to figure out exactly how hair and beard dye work. So what ends up happening is you've got you've got some activators. You got two different sets of ingredients. You got the dye and ammonia in one part of the concoction, and then you've got the peroxide in the other. And most of the time you just mix it all together and everything's working at the same time. But it's really pretty interesting the way it works. So you've got the ammonia in it. So the ammonium opens up your cuticle. So instead of your cuticles being closed, it opens it up, makes your beard hair super porous. All right. And then what happens is you get those dye precursors in there. And then if it's an oxidative dye, what happens then is you put the peroxide with it. So the peroxide will take away some of the natural color. You get the dye precursors in there and it activates with the ingredient. And then those, it reacts and turns into the final color. And then those precursors, it expands and it gets so big that it won't fit back through your cuticles. And then also after that, you usually use a conditioner and that closes up your cuticles. All right. So obviously you're starting to mess with those cuticles opening and closing. You're putting dye and stuff into your beard. It could cause damage, especially if you're not doing it correctly. So then you have to make a decision as should you try things at home? Should you go to a professional to have it done? Several different options. The good thing is over the past few years, things have become much safer, so it's not such harsh ingredients. So I want to do a little bit more of that in my next video where I actually dye my beard for the first time and probably the only time. We'll see how that goes. So the next thing, at least for me, is how's it going to look, right? First of all, it's going to be a drastic change. When you grow out a beard, people see you every day, then it's not such a drastic thing unless you see somebody you haven't seen in number of months since before you grew the beard. But this is dramatic. It's almost like, you shave off your beard, that's going to be dramatic. But if you dye your beard and it's a drastically different color, or if you cover up a skunk stripe down the middle of it, it's going to be noticeable. All right, so that's kind of makes you a little bit more apprehensive and maybe self-conscious in a way, but it can give you confidence the other way as well. So, all kinds of pros and cons to balance. The other thing is, will it look natural? And what do I mean by this? A couple of things. First of all, do you get the color right? Will it actually, match what you've got going on with your hair and your complexion and those kind of things? Trying not to go too dark. The other issue, especially on somebody that's got kind of brownish, reddish kind of hues, it's pretty different if your beard is really, really, really black. You can just go with black and you're okay. But what you miss on these other colors is the natural highlights and lowlights that you have. And if you dye everything one color, you miss those. So that's why you'll see a lot of times when the ladies go get their hair dyed in the salons, it can be up to like $300, and it takes all day. They'll put a base on it, and then they'll go back and take some hairs and put a darker color on it for your low lights, and then they'll take other parts of it and put in highlights so you can get that depth and texture to it. I find that sometimes with a bad dye job, it's kind of noticeable. Everything kind of looks flat, and you lose that 3D natural low lights and highlights. So that's something else to consider. So the next thing would be the time it takes to dye your beard and the cost, whether you have it done professionally or if you do it yourself. There's some cost involved, but also the time, the maintenance. It has to be done every so often. And a big, huge thing is if you are making a drastic change or you're dyeing the complete whole beard and you're not just having one spot of gray or just the outside of it that you're catching, you've got to do that all the time, because in 4 or 5 days, you'll start to see the roots, right? It'll start to grow out. So I think it's a little bit better most of the time. If you've got less than 50% gray, then you can kind of get away with the spot stuff. I'm not sure about me, because I got this is going to take some work. So I'm guessing I'll start with this part, but I can't match this hair color. I saw the company that I got the beard dye from that had a red, but that was like too red, like a carrot kind of dark red. That's not really what I'm going for. It won't match. And then they really didn't have any other choices. So I went with light brown, which kind of matches my hair a little bit more, and we'll see how that goes. And then after that, you have to decide, okay, do I need to dye my hair too to make everything match? So I've got quite a few whites that's coming through here. I keep my hair real short, so it's not quite so obvious, but it's much more white in there than there used to be a couple of years ago. So that's kind of gone downhill in a hurry. So a lot of stuff to consider. And once again, once you start going down that road, even if you decide to change your mind, it's like, okay, then it's going to have a period of, on me, I'm going to have this part white and this part will be brown, and I have to try to deal with that. So what do you do at that point? Do I shave everything off or trim it real short as quickly as I can? So there's going to be, you talk about awkward stages of growing your beard, you're going to have an awkward stage of going from a dyed beard back to a natural beard if you decide to go back that direction. But it's just hair. So you do have a little bit of wiggle room and can experiment around and change stuff around. So that's what we're going to do. So, I've kind of talked about the biggest questions for me is, how's it going to look? Can I match my hair color or my beard color while I lose the natural texture to it? A lot of times those dye jobs, you'll know it. It'll look okay in certain lights, and then you go outside and it hits it. And I've noticed this a lot with guys that have like brownish color. They go outside and the light hits it and it looks red, and it doesn't really match. But I'm okay with mine looking red, because that's more of my natural color anyway. The other question is it going to damage my beard? I'm a beard product reviewer, so I'm going to be able to, at least for a little while, talk talk about, okay, I've got a color treated beard. How do these products work on it, where it may be more porous because I've possibly have damaged my cuticles, or they're stuck open or closed, or something like that. So I'll be able to do a little bit more of testing products and giving feedback based off of a color treated beard. So I'm going to look at it as a positive. Going to learn some stuff. I really didn't want to dye my beard, but a company was kept emailing me and wanting me to do it. So we finally agreed to terms, and I'm going to be doing that over the next week or so. I'm getting ready to get out for Christmas, so I will be, I guess I'll have a dyed beard for Christmas. But we're going to be doing that. We're going to be documenting everything, giving you my feedback, and I'm going to be my first time, so I'm definitely a novice, not a professional, but I can give you my honest feedback and take you through that process for the first time. And then also about a month later, I'll be doing a follow-up and kind of showing you that and talking about, my experiences. Do my beard products still work the same or not? Those kind of things. So anyway, let me know in the comments if you've tried dyeing your beard. If so, what beard dyes have you tried? Which companies? Let me know about that process. Have you ever considered it? Anyway, if you have, make sure you like and subscribe and follow along on this journey. I'm a little apprehensive about it, but we're going to make some good content for you, I hope, and give you my experiences and feedback on it, and learn a lot along the way. As always, I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you soon.